But when was the last time you ever took a lesson in walking? Never. You know, in the old days they had something called charm school. And charm school was about the way you presented yourself in the world, but also it was a respect for the other person, but it was also a respect for you. If you don't have respect for yourself, nobody's going to respect you. And if you sit in a really bad way or walk in a really bad way, no one's going to respect you. You know, psychopaths and narcissists, they get a lot of respect because they all have really good posture. They do it quite well. Why? Because they put themselves first. Now that sounds horrible to a lot of people. It's not. What you all need to do when it comes to movement and life is put yourself first. Be self-centered to a degree. Now that can go too far. We've seen that all over the place. But take care of yourself first before you take care of someone else. And in movement, take care of you, the organism, before you start to interplay in the environment. And the best way to do that is to have a self-to-self relationship, not a self-to-other relationship. Self-to-self relationship happens through gravity and our connection with ground and how we process gravity. And many of us have an issue with gravity. We have a problem with our relationship with gravity. The other place that you play with other is the environment. So self to other is in the environment. Self to self is more to the ground and gravity and substratum. So we want to play those two things. But in an embodied sequence, we want to be with self first, ground second, and then space third. So we, again, go back to these two options, willing and allowing. And in my ground connection, I have a willing or an allowing. I can yield or I can push. I yield, I surrender, I let it happen. It's a letting go. And then I push, there's a control, a willing, an effort. In space, I can reach and pull. And those are two willings and allowing. Every time I reach out into space, it's a risk. And I go out to other, and then I bring back to self, and then I yield and I push. And you see this when an NBA player is dunking on a basketball. He yields, he pushes, he reaches, and then he pulls. And that is done in such a beautiful sequence that it's effortless. And so there's a frictionless level of movement that goes on. And we want this friction-free economy where we just click on one thing and nothing's getting in the way of us purchasing anything on the internet. Well, we want that movement too. And what you see with great athletes is they have a friction-free way of being, an open attention that's allowing, yet efforting. And those are the good athletes. Any athletes that effort too much usually burn out quickly. Mike Tyson being a great example of that. Other people, they are able to take energy from the field and negotiate that like Muhammad Ali, and they do much better and much more relaxed.